Hey there folks, John here for Biddy Kong's Quest, and it's been a little bit since my last video. Back in May, I actually slipped a disc in my lower back, and if you've never done that before, take care of your back because that is the worst pain that I think I have ever experienced in my life. And it pretty much laid me out for the last 3 weeks or so. This is the third week. This is actually the 3-week anniversary of me getting injured, and this is the first time that I can actually sit up in a chair for long enough to talk to a camera. So happily, I should be able to start making more videos and doing more stuff now. But for the past 3 weeks or so, I've been laid out on my back, really unable to walk for more than 5 minutes or so. I can still only walk for about 10 minutes before I've got to sit down, and it is some of the absolute worst pain I've ever experienced in my life. So I guess long story short, take care of your back, take care of yourself, because man, you do not want what happened to me. That said, I wanted to make this video because I was inspired, I guess, by my injury to share some of the games that have kind of gotten me through this experience. So what's coming up is a list of games that I've been playing as I've been recovering from my injury, mostly laying in bed and unable to move, which for me, as most people that know me know, that's a really difficult situation for me because I have like 20 projects going at any given time, all the time. And so to sit there and lay there and be able to do really nothing that I wanted to do other than just like work on the computer a little bit, it was really, really important, and it was really, really helpful to have my Switch with me and have all the different games that I played. So I made a lot of progress on a lot of games that I've been meaning to play for a while, and I had a couple other ones that really helped mental health-wise as well. So I just wanted to share my list with you guys, so here we go. All right, so like I said, you guys are just gonna get a voiceover for most of these games. I can only sit in a chair and talk to a camera for so long, but the first game is Golf Story. And if you've never played Golf Story, it's kind of a sports game. It's really more of an RPG than anything else. I mean, it's got a golf mechanic to it that's actually pretty good, but it's not the kind of thing where it's like serious golf. I mean, you're trying to destroy zombies and you're melting glaciers with your golf ball. It's a very silly game. It doesn't take itself very seriously. And when you've got an injury or something, this is the kind of game that is really, really helpful. Early on, when I could barely get out of bed, this one was getting played a lot because it was super chill. It was just something that I didn't really have to think about a whole lot, but still required a little bit of focus, so it took my mind off of just what I was dealing with. But I gotta say, I really, really enjoyed my time with Golf Story. It was just a great, just chill kind of game, and it was really what I needed at the time. Speaking of things that I needed at the time, you've always got to have that comfort game that you go back to. You probably know it like the back of your hand, but it's something that just never gets old. And for me, that is Super Mario Galaxy. So fortunately, I have the remaster of it. But Mario Galaxy is just one of those games that I'll just come back to over and over again. I usually play through it a couple times a year just because it's something I don't have to really think about, and it's just kind of comfort food for me. It is my favorite 3D Mario game, and I'm not sure what I could say about it that hasn't already been said, but if you haven't played Mario Galaxy somehow, it's pretty easy to get a hold of. Even if you need to get the Wii version, again, it's relatively cheap and totally worth playing if you've never played it. It is a Mario experience unlike any other game that they've ever come out with, except maybe Mario Galaxy 2, obviously. But it's totally worth checking out, and I highly recommend it. It's just a phenomenal game with, also one of the best soundtracks of any game that Nintendo has ever produced. It's actually, for me, it's the gold standard for Mario music. Whatever reason you need to check it out, just do it. It's a fantastic game. Now, another one that I've had sitting on my shelf for literal years was Metroid Dread, and I tried this out when I first got it. I do actually love 2D Metroid. For some reason, this one didn't grab me at the beginning. I think the first encounter with the Emmy robot was a little bit intimidating for kind of where I was at the time. I didn't really feel like mastering something where I had to learn new timings and those sorts of things at the time. I don't know, it was probably just in the middle of a busy project or whatever. For whatever reason, I did not play Metroid Dread more than maybe 20 minutes when I first got it, even though I got the collector's edition and everything else. Like, I was really excited about this game, but for some reason it didn't click. I went back to it because, again, I was just laying there and I was going through my Switch case, and I'm like, you know what? Metroid Dread, we haven't done this in a while. And I started it and finished it like a day later because I just got hooked on it for some reason, you know, when I had time to sit there and kind of figure out what the new mechanics were and everything, it really just clicked, and I absolutely loved it. It's a fantastic game. If you've never played Metroid Dread, you definitely play it. Get past that first difficulty spike, and it just becomes one of the best and most fluid Metroid games I think I've ever played. And if you haven't played it, I mean, you got to check it out. It's really, really great. Another one that I have been meaning to try, and I actually ordered this after I got hurt because it was on sale, is the Suikoden 1 and 2 collection. Now, I was a fan of the original Suikoden back on the PlayStation. Truly, I hadn't played through it since high school. So it had been quite a while, and I had actually never played Suikoden 2. Now, one of my big gamer tragedy stories is that there was a Meijer, if you know what Meijer is. It's like a middle of the country kind of like Walmart store. They were clearancing out Suikoden 2 for $10, and there was a whole bin of them. And I almost pulled the trigger, but I did not buy Suikoden 2 at the time for that $10 price point. And then after that, obviously, they all sold out, and the price of the game skyrocketed. So this is my first experience with Suikoden 2, and actually, I haven't even started it yet. I'm getting through the first one first, but this was a fun one because it's something I'm looking forward to kind of reclaiming that love for that series. And I played the first one for about 10 hours straight so far. Before I kind of took a break from it and went to something else, and I'm really excited to continue it. But if you've never played Suikoden, it's really a unique series, unlike anything else. It mixes genres quite a bit. I mean, it is a JRPG, but it's an absolutely fantastic one. So if you've never played it, this collection actually seems like it's going on sale a lot right now. Since I bought it, I think I've seen it on sale for $30 2 more times since I bought it. And this is a physical version, so there's really no reason not to check it out right now. It's one of those ones that I could see once they're kind of done with this print run, I could see it getting up there in price for the physical edition just because the originals were. So, you know, this might be one you want to check out in the short term, but it's a great game. Again, there's a digital version of it too. Totally worth checking out if you like JRPGs and you've never played the Suikoden franchise. Definitely worth a look. And now we're going to get into a category of games where actually I had played almost all the way through the next few games and for some reason had never finished them. And the first of those is Mega Man 11. Now, I absolutely love the Mega Man series. It is my favorite series of video games, period. For some reason, I had never actually finished Mega Man 11. I got up to the Wily stages and just never did it. So this was one of those ones where I owed it to myself to finally complete it because it was the only Mega Man game that I hadn't actually finished, which was a little bit wild that it took me this long because I think I got Mega Man 11 on launch day. Like, I was super excited about it, kind of like Metroid Dread. For some reason, I played it a bit and then it just fell off my radar and I kind of forgot about it. So this was a great one to pick up. If you've never played Mega Man 11, but you're a fan of the old ones, it is a little bit different because there's a what they call the double gear system where you can slow down time and then also not speed up, but you can power up your weapons temporarily. And it's kind of on this timer system, which is a little bit weird and a little bit difficult to get your head around at first, especially if you're used to classic Mega Man. All the levels can technically be beaten without using the double gear thing like at all. But some of the timings are extremely tight, and I will say there are a couple of levels that I feel like were made intentionally more difficult just so that you'd be forced to use that slow motion feature. But that said, it's really pretty, it's a pretty straightforward Mega Man experience with a new art style and new voice cast and everything. And I mean, if this is the direction they go with future Mega Man titles, and I know it's been a few years since we had one, I'd be okay with it because it feels like the team really cared about Mega Man. They really knew what Mega Man, or what makes Mega Man good. The music is fantastic, as it should be for a Mega Man game, and it gets high recommendations. It's a really, really fun game, and I'm very glad that I finally knocked it off my list. Speaking of other games that I really like that I never finished, is Xenoblade Chronicles. Now, this one is my longest running game that I started and then never finished, because I started this one back, I think, in 2012 on the Wii with that original release, and I got, probably 60 hours into it, and for some reason I just kind of lost track of it. And the problem with Xenoblade is that the story is so convoluted and so complex, kind of like Kingdom Hearts 2 is another one that has this issue, that if you stop playing for a while, you completely forget who everyone is. And so that's what I would do. I would get 60 hours into it and then just stop playing it, and then pick it up 2 years later and be like, I have no idea what's going on. And then I would start over, and then I would do the same thing. And on my 4th playthrough, finally, I picked up a save where I had I'd gotten about 60, 70 hours in a few months ago, and I picked up a save, and I finally finished this game, along with the extra story at the end of it. And I'm really glad that I did. It's a phenomenal game. I've been a fan of the Xeno series since Xenogears on the PlayStation and all through Xenosaga on the PS2. And it was great to finally knock this one off my list. Like I said, this is the longest running game that I had not finished yet. And you know, when you're sick and you're not able to do anything, for me, I'm always doing something. I always have a project. There's always something that I'm working towards. These JRPGs or these games that I hadn't finished yet, it was really great to have these to feel like I was at least accomplishing something. And I fully acknowledge that it's accomplishing something in a video game that is nothing to do with reality and is not productive in any way. But sometimes you just need that emotional boost because you're not physically able to do what all the other things that you want to do are, and you're like, you know what, at least I finished this game that I've worked on for the better part of 2 decades, or the better part of a decade rather. And it was just a really good thing, and it doesn't help that it doesn't hurt that it's an amazing game too, and the story is amazing. The sound is amazing. I'm very much looking forward to getting into Xenoblade Chronicles 2 and taking another decade to finish that. So there you go. Definitely check it out if you haven't. It's an amazing game, amazing remaster. Really fun. And the last game that I hadn't finished, that I really should have finished by now, is Tears of the Kingdom. And I've actually heard this from several people where they get to the end and they don't finish because they feel like they've got to do everything, or it's just overwhelming, or whatever. I've been working on this playthrough of Tears of the Kingdom since launch day. I got it at launch. I got the collector's edition. Like, I was like fully in on this. And for some reason, I got up to the part where you go into the final area, and I think I tried to go in one time, and I just got a Lionel like just mopped the floor with me, and I was like, you know what? I'm gonna go play something else for a bit until I calm down. And then it was months later before I went back. And then when I went back, I was like, you know what? There's a ton of shrines I haven't done. So I went and I did all the shrines, and then I took a break again because I was a little tired of it. And then finally, during this time when I couldn't do anything else, I was like, okay, it's time. We're gonna beat this thing. And it had a great end game. Now, obviously, I'm not showing that here. I don't want to spoil anything, but it was an absolutely fantastic end game. Personally, I know a lot of people like Breath of the Wild better than Tears of the Kingdom. I'm actually not of that opinion. I think my take is that Tears of the Kingdom, I like what it did a lot better with some of the problem solving and those sorts of things. I liked what they did with the dungeons better. I felt like I got to know the characters a little bit more. The story was just a little more interesting to me. Both are fantastic games, but I think I really enjoyed Tears of the Kingdom more, and I can definitively say that now that I've finally finished it. It had a great finale. I don't know. What else do you want me to say? It's Tears of the Kingdom. This is one of Nintendo's masterpieces. I don't think anybody is going around thinking that this game is anything less than it is. So if you have not somehow played Tears of the Kingdom, I highly recommend you do it because it's an absolutely phenomenal experience, just front to back. And now that the HD version is coming out with the Switch 2, I guess I'm going to start it again. And we'll see if it takes another 2 years. But there you go. And my last one that I want to talk about is one that I haven't talked about on the channel yet at all, and that is Sea of Stars. Now, there's very few times, I guess, where you feel like a game is made for you. And it's heavily inspired, heavily homages Chrono Trigger, and just a ton of other 16-bit JRPGs, and I mean, that was my thing when I was in high school. So I absolutely loved those games. I don't have time to play them anymore, unfortunately. Most of the time, for me to get through an RPG, it may take a couple of years. Sea of Stars, I got into so much that I pretty much binged it, and it still took me a couple of months to finish it, which is fast for me. But it's one of those ones that it grabbed me and it never let go until the end. Garl, if you have played Sea of Stars, you know who Garl is. He's one of my favorite characters in the history of any video game ever. The music is absolutely phenomenal. I love that soundtrack so much that I actually got the vinyl of it. I actually have a couple of videos planned based around some of the things that Sea of Stars did, specifically storytelling through music and instrumentation. If you can't tell, I love this game. And that said, the Throws the Watchmaker DLC came out like right when I got hurt, which was amazing because it was one of my favorite games I've ever played, but more of it at the exact time when I had literally nothing else to do. But oh man, they just took the original game and they just plussed it. An absolutely perfect send-off to the series. So if they never do another update to Sea of Stars, and they never do another sequel game or anything like that, I feel like they really completed the story here, and they completed what they were going for. And again, if you're a fan of 16-bit RPGs, there are so many homages that just had me grinning ear to ear because I got that reference. And again, it's a game that every now and again, one comes along and you feel like this one was made for me. And I mean, Sea of Stars, this one was made for me. It's an absolutely phenomenal game. If you like this kind of thing, even remotely, it has my absolute top recommendation. And it was, again, there for me at a time when I really, really needed something that was just me and mine, and it was the perfect timing for this game. So I'll stop gushing, I guess, about Sea of Stars. But if you haven't played it, it is my highest recommendation. I mean, it was my game of the year last year when I played it, and which I actually didn't even end up playing it the year it came out. And it's just a phenomenal game. So go play Sea of Stars. I mean, that's really what this boils down to. Go play Sea of Stars. It's a fantastic game. So those are the games that help me with my recovery process, and you may be dealing with something like this yourself, or if you're not right now, you might be dealing with it in the future. So hopefully that gave a little bit of context to some of the things that helped me in terms of gaming while I was recovering from my injury. Like I said, we're going to get back to normal content here pretty soon. I'm going to do as much as I can and push myself and try to get scripts written and things like that, even though I can't get in front of the camera quite as much. And we're going to get going again, and hopefully we'll have more videos out. I am going to be doing a little bit of coverage of the Switch 2 in some of the marketing and stuff. Some of you guys really like the trailer breakdowns and stuff like that I've been able to do. And that's something that I can do from my computer. And again, as a voiceover for the most part, which is actually a lot easier to do than me sitting in front of the camera right now. So I will be doing a little bit of that next week. I'm going to look at the Nintendo, what is it? The Nintendo Welcome Party or Welcome Pack or whatever that $10 DLC that should have been free is. They just released a trailer for that. I'm gonna go and break that one down too early next week and see how that goes. So we're gonna get some stuff going, and then I've got some bigger, longer form videos as well that I'm hoping to get done and get out before the end of June. So that's what's coming. That's what's been going on. Thank you guys so much for sticking with me. I know it's been a little bit of an absence, and we're gonna get back to it and get more stuff made. So like, comment, subscribe, do all that YouTube stuff, and I'll see you guys next time.